So we'll use it as we go through this structure, okay? So, let me, can you hear, can you hear me all okay? Yeah?
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, yeah,
Right, and two resets. Can you see my screen okay? Yeah?
yeah. I can see it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, two resets. Okay, so what we're going to do, mate, is we are going to define your goal in life, okay? So why are we doing this? Well, this will give you your GPS. This will give you direction in your days and your weeks. It'll help you make decisions. It'll help you be aligned to how you want to show up. It'll give your days meaning. You'll know exactly what you need to do. You'll also not do the stuff that you don't need to do. And you'll you'll know, right, this is actually going towards something. This is actually what I'm doing this session. How I'm planning my day, this work activity, it's going towards something bigger in the future. And knowing that gives you a lot of meaning, gives you a lot of joy. And really, anyone that you look at, any high performer in any area, the reason why they're such a high performer is because their vision is their secret sauce. So it is. 2 seconds, I'm just gonna hit.
Yeah, I think that the vision as well is what I've been lacking a wee bit. But
What is it, Dylan? Sorry?
yeah, so even just mentioning that there, the vision's kind of something I'm lacking at the minute because it's kind of cloudy, you know. But
Okay. Okay. Well,
mm,
we'll go through that here. Okay. So when you're lacking motivation, it's because you've got nothing to be motivated for. And when you don't have that vision front of mind, any challenge that you have, um, and the commotion and the busyness of day-to-day life, it'll dilute that vision that you in your mind. You need to have your vision front of mind. You need to have it visible, okay? So first off, this is not manifesting. This is not airy wary food. Like I'm about strategy. I'm about straightforward action step. I'm quite logical. Of course, there's an element of like envisioning something that you've never had before, but this isn't airy fairy. This also isn't big goal syndrome. I don't want you saying I'm going to beat Usain Bolt on a 100-meter sprint. Like it needs to be where you're at and a step further, and it's not going to be overwhelming. Okay, of course, your goal will always feel like a stretch, but it won't be so overwhelming that you can't take action today, tomorrow, and moving forward. Okay. So the best way to find out your vision and to find out your goal in life and what your goals, who you want to become, and the direction that you want to take yourself in is to actually look at what you don't want. That can be one of the best ways, and that as well can be the best way to find out what is important to you. These are your goals. This is your goal in life. What is important to you? So on that, let's go back and forth on this, right? What body do you not want?
well, the it's just the standard one that everyone else has, you know, just maybe like overweight and just basically average. Yeah, 'cause most people probably are overweight. Yeah, I don't want to be average. Yeah, I want to be like that top maybe 5 to 1%, something like that. Like, you know.
Okay, so what do you not want? You don't want to just look the same?
Yeah, yeah, basically, yeah. I think as well in the past there have been a point about if you do what everyone else does, you'll get the same results as them. That there stuck with me quite a bit. I don't want to be like that. Like, I want to be setting like different standards for myself. Like,
Abnormal results requires abnormal actions. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So some of the things that some of the boys wrote, and like some of the things to think about is, I don't want a body that's stiff. I don't want a body that if a bus came, I couldn't go and sprint for it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to. I know for me, I don't want to like go into a clothes shop and feel like I can't wear this. There was a point in my life where I couldn't wear vest tops, so I couldn't. Now I actually like wearing less because I just feel good. I value comfort.
Mhm.
I I don't want like, do you know, any sporting challenge? I never want my physicality or my athleticism to be the limiting factor. Like I always want to be the fittest. I always want to be like strong. Like of course, as I said earlier on, you can't. There's some things that you can't do. Like you can't say that you're going to be Usain Bolt. Um, I never want to be out of breath. Like if I'm playing with kids or anything. Um, I never want to be unattractive to my partner, or future partner, whatever. And I never want my body and my health to really like impact me from living, like impact me from doing things and stuff. And I don't want my energy to hold me back from doing like from going for my career or from being present with people. Like I don't want my energy to be off. And like dude, yeah, I don't want to just fit in. I wanna look good. Um
I
anything else
think a
from
lot of
your
what you just said, a lot of what you just said there is exactly what I'd be looking for. But a big point there would be when you say about energy. I want to have the energy to uh succeed in work. Not be half asleep when I'm with the woman. Stuff like that. Like, that would be a big problem for me there with football. With football, and then just like as well, like getting the girlfriend who obviously lives in Dublin. There's a lot of traveling on and down. It was nice. I was getting home at the start. Like I had to go down to see her on like a Friday night. I was getting home at like 2 o'clock in the morning, getting up at 10 and then going playing football. And by Sunday, I was like not fit to move. Like,
yeah.
I was yeah, it was temporary. Like, but I need to get a long term sort of like routine going that I can handle. But I also, I'm working towards goals and stuff too. So that's a big concern. Like, I found as well lately, since I haven't been playing football and around the changing room and having the crack with people, I went back there to watch one of the games and realised that I do miss the crack on the sideline and stuff and just being there on a Saturday. But I wanted to be more casual, so it doesn't affect energy levels. I get like barely able to get out of bed some on like a Wednesday morning after training on a Tuesday because I can get home at 10 o'clock, stuff like that. Like I'd
Yeah.
rather be in bed. One of the things I thought about what I wanted would be I'd like to be getting to bed at 9 o'clock because then I could try and get up early and do the training in the morning. Because being in
Okay.
Canada, when I had no work, I found that the I was going up weight nearly every exercise when I trained in the morning, and as soon as I went back to training in the evening, it became harder. I was shooting up the weight like I'd never done before when I was over there because I was getting up and the first thing I done was the training, and I
Okay.
I feel like I could really benefit from that going forward.
Okay.
You know,
Training in the morning. Okay.
yeah, that's something I want to try. Yeah.
Okay. Other things
Mm-hmm.
as well, like I don't ever want to look the same year on year or have the same level of fitness. I don't want to get 6 months, 12 months and be like, there's no actual improvement. And like you said about recovery, I want to feel like I can recover well. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're going to fire through these. There's a good few. So there
Mm-hmm.
is, so we'll just speed through them to help. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the year, what do you not want to happen? You're sitting at the end of the year, like, what do you not want to happen? Like, some of the guys were saying that they don't want to feel like they've not achieved anything. They don't want to feel like they've not moved up in their career. They don't want to feel like they've still got 15 pounds to lose. They don't want to feel like they can't lift big enough weights, like they're still in the same weight section. They don't want to be at the same financial status. Like, they want to improve that. They don't want to have sleep as an issue. Like, what for you do you not want to happen by the end of the year?
So yeah, as you said, I don't want to be in the same financial position. I want to develop in my career. Um, I want to really have pushed on in the gym and be lifting like a lot more than what I'm lifting now. What else do I want by the end of the year? Um,
You don't want
don't want.
this, this is
I don't want
mental.
to. I don't want the week just to fly by and be exhausted, going from one thing to the next and like never getting any downtime. Because that's what I was doing there for a bit. And I couldn't go on because I'm not performing. I'm only performing at like 80% and everything. Then I'd rather perform to 100% at less than to try to do everything and only get the 80 on it. Like,
Okay.
but yeah, the gym and the weights and stuff's a big priority for me on the career. Um, at the minute, yeah, and then even like obviously my relationship just going to develop even further and stuff. Um,
What would
yeah,
really piss you off? What's real? Like, what's a scenario in your life that would piss you off if you were the end of the year?
yeah. If I'd less money than when I started,
Yeah.
the hadn't really learned much in my job. Like I hadn't developed the skills in my job any further, or hadn't moved up in work. Uh,
Flatlined?
mhm.
Flatlined?
Yeah, basically flatlined. Yeah, I'm always looking to be a graph that's going like up, like rather than down or even level. Like it would piss me off even if it was level.
And what about here in your journey with the academy? What would you, at the end of the year, we're sitting down and like, what would really piss you off?
Um, there's one thing I'd always loved to have done is see people on their Instagram stories sometimes so like chest pressing 40 kg dumbbells, and I find it very hard to get the 30s up. Like something like
Okay.
stuff like that. Like I really want to make like progress on the strength. Like
Okay.
um, that's a big priority of mine. Um, yeah, big strength goals. Like and I'm not
And
even now that I have a girlfriend and stuff. I'm not even as overly focused as getting like proper shredded anymore as I was before, because I'm not like I don't know. A lot of that was to try and attract a woman, like, but I've got a good one now, so I'm alright. But
what about confidence wise? Like, I still, there's aspects of my confidence I still want to improve, and I've been trying to work on it for years. What would be something that you'd be like, oh, I'm annoyed that I'm not moving forward in that?
yeah, see when I started the academy, this was a massive thing for me. But it's over the last year, I'm also honestly like a different person when it comes to that. I used to have problems like speaking to people like that weren't like young and like in around my age. Like I struggled to speak to people maybe at my parents' age and work and stuff, and now I'm fine. But trying to think of anything else that I could improve the confidence on. Because you say as well, like I used to not wear the sort of vest tops, and now I love wearing them too. That was another thing. I used to have, like sort of skinnier arms, but now actually, as you say, like I'm the same. I like getting them out. But other confidence wise, maybe confidence to take on a lot more responsibility and work. Although I have been doing that, but the sky's the limit with that sort of stuff. Like yeah,
Okay.
confidence to take on a more leadership role and work and training younger people and stuff. But
Okay.
I did get doing that this year though. I trained another fellow before I left my old job.
Okay. So what habits currently aren't leading to those things? Like, what habits right now and we are leading to that? All those things that we outlined, or what
Not
thinking?
not being on work at the minute is hard, and having been all over the show, I don't really have habits. Since like the end of January, it just got worse and worse. So I need to build the basics again. Like as I said about the water in the morning, weighing myself and all. But at the minute, I'm kind of fighting against myself, so I need to be patient. Um, then what else? Other habits.
Forget about before Calgary, right? What habits would lead to, or that you were doing or thinking would have led to those type of results?
Yeah,
What would
because
it?
yeah, to be fair, yeah, being disciplined, and I had a set morning routine. I was getting up at the same time almost every morning. Going in the office and work definitely helped. Like when you're sitting at home, you get lazy. Um, what else? Holiday holding me back, and my time management was holding me back. But that's because I was trying to do too many things and I wasn't working. Like it was never going to work. But I was trying to keep everyone happy. I spent too much time watching football as well. Like, what else? Well,
Yeah.
I've cancelled the football subscription. So,
Social
um,
media as well was one.
social media, yeah, but I've improved a lot in that one. But still room for improvement. Yeah, social media. What else holding me back? The the current situation of football was holding me back because the teams want to rely on me, but it's not that I didn't want them to rely on me. It's just at this stage in my life, like I've got different priorities and goals.
Okay.
So I need to go to a football team maybe where there's less pressure from on me. I'm just one of many.
Okay.
Um,
So
yeah.
lastly, right? Like,
Mhm.
you're sitting at the end of the year. How do you not want to feel?
I don't. I thought about this wee bit when it comes. When it comes to you get off for Christmas, I don't want to feel like I'm absolutely exhausted and about to collapse by the time Christmas holidays come. Like, and that's kind of the way it got. Um,
I feel empty.
yeah, and then you're fucked for Christmas and you're sort of recovering the whole time. As you, a big point that you said about it's having the energy to give your partner your best whenever you see her and not be half sleeping or like yeah, it's just you said about having like better energy levels. That's a big one. Like um, trying to balance that with the goals.
Okay.
Mm.
And let's say you wanted to achieve all those negative results. How would you do it? What's going to lead you to those negative results?
I'll be unrealistic and just say yes to everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else?
Um, what else did lead to negative results? Not prioritizing rest or having any downtime. Being bad and then also being inefficient or bad with the time or getting distracted by things. Maybe not planning them in. I need to plan in sort of fun time. If there's a football match on, plan it in. That I know I'm going to watch it. Like I think 2 weeks ago in the team huddle, there was a fella you said about he was planning in to watch the Euros in Germany because he
Yeah.
knew he was going to do it, so there's no point fighting it. Something like stuff like that, like especially when the Euros comes around, because I do for some reason just enjoy watching the international tournaments a lot more than anything else. Like, so I will be watching 3 games a week, so give myself a chance for that. Like,
So some of the things that you've mentioned, you want to be in a better financial status. So if you wanted to fail, you'd spend recklessly. You said that you want to be stronger. If you wanted to fail, you'd coast in sessions. You'd not prime your sessions. If you wanted to fail, you'd stay up super late and be really sporadic with your sleeping routine. If you wanted to fail, you'd not take initiative in work and you'd just try to get by. You wouldn't actually go over and beyond.
mm-hmm.
Work. If you wanted to fail, you'd like ignore your partner's needs and you just say, "Oh, I'm here. She gets to see me. Like happy days." If you wanted to fail, like you'd be all over the place with your training and balance and football at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Does that help?
Does help, yeah, yeah.
Are you starting to get a clearer idea of things that you need to be doing and whatnot?
Yeah, it's just simplifying things there. I think looking at that, the goal was the real basics. Like I went into real detail answer, but it's really just like don't be stupid. It's more or less like or like be disciplined or like think about it rather than just go on autopilot. Like
So we've carved out the path that we don't want and what will lead to that. What are some of the warning signs that we're going down that path?
well, in terms of with the money, it would just be the money's going down. With work, it would be um I haven't taken on any new tasks or like I'm just doing the same stuff every week and nothing's changing.
You're not getting any recognition.
Yeah, no recognition. Yeah. Um. Also, what else? Yeah, no, what else? Yeah. The gym's an obvious one because the weight won't be going up.
Mhm.
What else?
Warning signs that can be like you don't want to do your progress logs, you're
Mm,
flat during sessions, you're not actually improving, your clothes aren't feeling better. Ben's and Aaron are giving you jet, so they are. You're always low on energy. Yeah.
mm, yeah.
Mentally, there's no big goals in your mind. You're waking up trying to just get through the day rather than fucking right, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. I there's yeah. I think that for me it would be just the autopilot thing. It would be just going through the motions of stuff. That would be a good way of putting it. Like as you said, I'd be getting up and like a zombie going down to work, not really waking up till about 10 o'clock. Everything just the day just being away and that's it. Go back to bed and then same thing the next day. And there'd be no progression on anything. Like
Okay. So let's start to think about the next level you. Okay. Let's start to think about him. So a golden body, like one that you are really proud of, one that looks good, performs well. Like what is it? What is the body that you want come the end of the year and beyond?
Yeah, that would probably be the 80 kilos, but lean would be is a good benchmark, I think, for me.
What weight are
Um,
you now?
77.8 this morning, I think. I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Okay, 80 kilos and lean.
Yeah, as well. Like I felt like over the last while in Calgary and stuff and all ever since I stopped playing football, I felt like I put on a lot more fat than I had before. Um, which I don't know is the only reason that it would be a worry is because it might be hard to get it off again. Especially with football and stuff, like I would have to reduce my calories and then it would go back to being, low energy. But um, no, so look, the body I'd be looking at or looking for sort of looks like someone who's lifting heavy on like, has a good squat, good deadlift, bench press. It's all a good bit above the average for a man. And 5K time, I'd love a 5K time under 20 minutes.
Okay.
I'm definitely capable of that. Like, I'm able to get 21 minutes with, well, 21 is the record, but 23 with like, not running for 3 weeks and then just doing one on the one off, and I can get 23. So I'm good at running, like, and I enjoy it. And it's something my girlfriend does quite a bit, and her family. Her mum does like 10Ks and all still, like. So it'll be something that I'll definitely be doing over the years, like.
Okay. So with your strength, you mentioned that you want to be stronger. You want to tap into a new bracket. What is that bracket for you?
Um, it's but it's like the type of thing where you could video your lift and put it in your Instagram story and it would look impressive. Something like I wouldn't really want to be putting any of my lifts up on Instagram or like have a video of it. Like I'm only doing 30s, but I'd love to be doing 40s on the chest press, even the shoulder press and all too. Um, I'd like to as well get a few different exercises in. Like I haven't really used plate loaded machines in years.
Okay.
Stuff like that. I like to vary it, change it up a wee bit too. Because
You want to explore your training more?
Explore training more, yeah. I got a year's membership there because there was an offer on for Warehouse Gym Portadown, so it has like two of everything. Like it's a they say it's one of the best gyms in Northern Ireland. Like so, a lot of bodybuilders should train there. So I see people using like the chest press, like plate loaded and shoulder press and stuff. Wouldn't mind using stuff like that. They also have like one of them ladder raise. I think it's like a machine. I seen what do you call him? He lives in Dubai. Mike Thurston, like done a video on it saying how good one of them was and stuff like. But
Okay.
mm,
Oh, awesome. How do you want your body to look like compared to now? Like, what changes do you visually want to see?
um,
Like for me, after all this boxing, I want to grow my arms. So I do. Like
yeah.
I actually genuinely just want to grow arms. I have massive long arms. Not massive arms, I have long arms. So I
Mhm.
want to grow them.
Yeah, big arms is a nice one. Yeah, just I like to be like the overall package, but my chest is an area that I've always lacked in, and I don't know. I feel like I'd like to do that one, and even legs and stuff too. There's one of my legs. I had a football injury, so one of my legs is bigger than the other. But
Okay.
the single leg stuff I've been doing lately seems as a good help a lot. Like the right leg be sore for longer than the left, but so it's clearly working. Like, but how's it look? Yeah, just the overall package, like abs and stuff too. Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So for your personal life to be golden, what would need to happen?
personal life. I'm trying to push on at the minute in my career. So my career at the minute, I'm at like a sort of management accounting level, but I'd like to be pushing towards financial controller in 3 to 5 years. Like I think I'm capable of that. Like I'm not so big jump in salary and stuff and responsibility. And I think 2 years of management accounting, I'd be up pushing for that. Like if I work hard, like so yeah. Um, something like
So
that in my career. Personal life is probably married. In maybe 3 years time, like getting towards that. Like because I'm 27 now. I don't know. But maybe like I've always said I want to be married before 30, but don't know if that'll happen. But and then as well having kids soon after that. Like in the next 5 years, I'd like to be a financial controller and have maybe one or two kids. Like, but in the
so
short term, well, that's the long term vision, yeah. But as well, like my bird, she's 21, but if we get married in like 3 years' time, I don't want her to be having kids in her 30s. I want to have them, don't want there to be any like high risk pregnancies or any of that stuff. Like, but there's something I'm looking at. Yeah, because I've wasted a lot of time in my life, like drinking and stuff and messing about when I shouldn't have. So I'm always trying to accelerate time, not too much, because you don't want to go too quick. But my outlook for my personal life, the goal and my outlook is like between a 3 to 5 year outlook, but it's all pretty serious stuff. Like it's not messing about anymore. Like it's building a future for not just for me.
Love that, mate. That's
Yeah,
exactly, mate, that's massive. So it is.
yeah,
Suppose
yeah.
in a 2024 sense, you would want to like your relationship to feel more solid and more serious. Like it's going in that direction. The professional that we're moving forward towards the financial controller position that you mentioned.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, would they be the two main things?
Yeah, pushing the relationship on. Yeah, so she finishes her course at university next March, and then I think she'll be a qualified teacher. But the plan then at the minute is for her to come up here. So let me think. Yeah, I would like her living with me by the start of summer next year. I don't know if I don't even think that is unrealistic because we'll be together near 2 years now. So yeah, and then in terms of my career, then within like 2 years' time, I want to have nailed the management accounting role. I've a good grasp of everything, every area in accounts, and then that's when you can move towards the financial controller role and like almost double the salary, maybe a bit less than double. But
Awesome. So for your professional life, we've covered that. And then for your personal life, we've covered that. So how do you want to act? Like, and what qualities do you want to have as a person?
yeah, I remember we talking about this at the start when I first started, but I've really developed in this aspect. Like, it's the high value man sort of stuff. Like, um, it's actually getting to the point where when I speak, people are starting to listen. Like a lot, it's really month on month it's increasing like exponentially. And on term, like I'm starting to turn heads whenever I speak. People respect me, and it's really working. So the qualities of like to develop further would be like my leadership and communication skills, and it's really
So
like
what would your next level be? I know you've came so far, but what would that
yeah,
next level? So like for me, like you've seen me speak all the time, but I'd like to speak in front of a lot more people. I'd like to showcase a lot more of my personality. I'd like to do that. Other qualities is like I've actually probably calmed my energy over the last few years in the sense of like there was a lot of hype. There was a lot of anticipation. There was a lot of like there was a charge, and I feel like I became a lot more wiser and mature in my energy and how I communicate. I want to be quite level-minded. I want to be a risk taker, like in business. I want to take risks and progress on. I want to be a better thinker, like take time to sit and think. I want to be ridiculously resilient. I want to be I want to be the most disciplined man I know. Like I want to be ridiculously resilient and
mm,
disciplined. Um, I don't want to be a man of my word. I'm going to say I'm
mm,
going to do something. I want to articulate myself well.
mm,
And I also just want to be easygoing and chill. Like I like just being really straightforward, chill, easy. Um, I like yeah. So there's some of the things on my mind, but I'm different. What do you for you? What are the things that you want to sort of adopt? You want to be like? You want qualities?
a lot of what you said there, I'm sort of keen on too, like the resilience and stuff like that. But one major point as well that I still have a problem with is like articulate my points so people can understand and follow. Because I feel like um a lot of time I try to get my point across and I don't really explain it as well as I could or someone else could. So like
Yeah,
sometimes as well, with your mates and stuff, like debates and stuff would come up and I know I'm right, about some fucking issue in politics or something, but I can't put it across as well as they could. They just argue better than me, but um, I know that my point's right. But sometimes it's hard to convince people of that, like, or like it takes time for you to be proven right. But I'd rather be able to convince people now rather than wait 2 years and then be like, oh yeah, do you remember I said this? Well, look at this now, you know. But
100%.
yeah, because especially the way the world's going, like there's it really lacks leadership as well a lot of the time. Like, so in the long run, like, would be like I'd be trying to lead in the community. Um,
Yeah.
there's a lack of there's a masculine vacuum that, like, it's only gonna get worse, and it just leads to everything just being not run the way it should be a lot of the time. Like,
Mm.
so that's something in the long run. Like, even like sometimes in the football club, like, I'm thinking, how the hell are you in charge? Like, it'd be so simple. You know, last year the club fucked about and then didn't book anywhere for dinner. We had to have our dinner in the pub. You know, stuff like that. Like, you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
stuff like
Awesome.
that in the long run. Yeah,
I
develop
really,
qualities that you can lead and people follow and listen. Like, because I feel like I've got good intentions and I want to do things right, but I don't know if other people are got like, or they give it a half-assed attitude.
okay.
Uh,
Love that.
uh,
When are you, this is a general question. When are you excited the most? Like, is it when you're on the pitch? Is it when you're with her? Is it when you're training? Is it when you are like dealing with a problem at work? Is it when you are traveling? Is it when you're listening to music? Like, what lights you up? What activates you? I don't even
yeah,
like the I don't
I
like the word excited. What activates you? When are you like most focused, like activated in flow? Yeah.
when I'm going to lift, when I'm going to do a big lift, like for example in that chest workout, when I'm going to do the dumbbell bench press, that's when I'm like, fuck, I've waited all week for this moment, and then I can't wait to do it again the next time. Um, I don't know what it is. I just absolutely love the gym, like, um, so that's why I want to prioritize it in terms of my physical activities, and then as well on a Saturday at about 1:30 when you're about to play. You know, you're on the pitch and all, but not training. Training, I just can't be arsed with. Like, like, to be honest, and the atmosphere is real bad. But yeah, that there. Then also as well on a Friday when I'm either on the way to Dublin or she's on the way up here. Um, yeah, seeing Jess, like, and what else, like, as you say in work, um, this sounds really like evil, but when there's a problem, like when there's a problem at work, I'm like, yes, finally, like especially in my old job, I've got something to do. You know
That's
that,
that's
yeah,
not evil. That's a good thing. Like you're
yeah,
act right. I'm using my mind. I'm growing. I'm developing. I have to think outside the box. I have to
mm-hmm,
utilize other people.
yeah. That's the one, yeah. And work whenever there's something comes up because I was trying to find things to do. I was nearly jumping at the chance to solve a problem.
Okay.
So that's good, but I might be sorted with that because the job I spoke to yesterday in Almac is basically coming in to sort of solve a load of problems they have. So, and they need someone who's good at Excel and stuff like that, and I'm flying with that. So I'd love to get that job and just solve problems all day.
Love that. And
Yeah.
what do you want people saying about you? What do people say about you? And then who do you want saying something specifically about you?
Um, I want uh, I want people in work to be like, you want to work like, fuck, he's the fella you want to work with, like, or give it to him, he knows what to do, or like, if there's one person who can do it, it's Dylan or whatever, stuff like that. Like, in terms of Jess, um, she says to me that she hadn't really been with many fellas before because she's got quite high standards because her mum left her like raised her like that. But she would say to me like some of the shite that some other fellas would come out with that you'd think everything's going well, and then 2 weeks later like they're come out with all this crap about they're either been lying about stuff or they're like, oh, I'm depressed, I need you to help me and stuff like that. Like, she likes me because she can depend on me. She says whenever I say something's going to happen, it happens, and I've never let her down anything. She genuinely thinks I'm the best thing that's ever came along. But so yeah, she basically says that I'm really dependable, and she can rely on me. So I just need to keep doing what I'm doing with her. Like, but that's the feedback there. It's just, and from reading that book that you told me to read about the way of superior man, that really helped. Like, I've been using that there all the time. Like, she does constantly test you, as the book said. Like, but I'm ready for it. Like, she doesn't even know she's doing it as well. Because now that I know about this, I can see it coming. Like, it's yeah, but and then even what else could there be? There's work, the woman, family as well. Like, so I can set a good example. The family, I've got quite close with my family again lately. Like, maybe drifted a wee bit whenever I was like younger at uni and stuff, and never really going to any family shit because I was always away drinking or something. Like, but um, a good a good example of that was my granny, where she kept asking me, when are you going to get a girlfriend? And I was like, I'm waiting for the right one. I'm not going to jump into anything because I need to get a good one because it's hard. But there's my other cousin. He's like 19. He's some girl pregnant. She's cracking up about it. So she actually, I'm not like saying this is like, oh, I'm better than him or whatever. But she messaged me one night being like, after Jess, or no, after I told her what I was holding out for and waiting and not getting the wrong woman. She says, at least I have one grandson that I can be proud of. So that was good. But I'm not trying to put him down or anything. But I'm going on the right path with all that stuff. But I just want to keep making people proud that I care about, really. Going from there, like with family as well. I found it very hard to win my dad over, but at some point, like I want to achieve more than him, but it's difficult because he has achieved quite a bit. Um, it's all coming back to being someone that's dependable and proud of what people think of me. Let's sum it all up there, like, yeah.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
A few things that come up for me is like friends. I want them to think, oh, Ben's always there. Ben's funny. Ben gives you he tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
Yeah.
I can go to Ben for advice.
Mm-hmm.
Clients, I want people saying I'm inspirational. I want people saying that they can talk to me, they can understand. He's no
Yeah.
bullshit. He's no bullshit. Like, he's very results driven and organized, etc. Like, out there, obviously, I'm trying to help and impact a lot of people on social media. I want them to say, look, I like it. I, he's got a message and a mission that I want to get behind. Like, I want
Mm-hmm.
people to see that mission and see that altruistic desire to help men level up.
Mm-hmm.
My family, I want them to say I'm a rock. I want them to say that, like, that I can provide for them, I can do things for them, and they enjoy being around me. Warm is like something I'm thinking about, and yeah, just a few things. And like a few specific people. Yeah, like you said about your dad and stuff. My dad, I want my two wee stepbrothers looking up to me. So I do. So it's also really good to sit and think about who. Today we've covered a lot of points, but it's like these will plant seeds and you'll think about this going forward, and that's exactly the goal. So when you're at your best, you're emotionally in a good place. You make good decisions from that. When we start to veer off, it's because our emotion and our thinking is off. So what ritual keeps you emotionally and mentally in a good place? What
Um,
rituals keep you head in a solid place?
See, for me, it's a couple of things, but one of the best things is at my mum and dad's house with a hot tub, and sometimes I drive over there literally just to use the hot tub. Like, it's 2 or 3 times a week, but that's the time. It's really relaxing because you've got a nice view over like the hills and the countryside, and the sunset comes down just in front of it in the summer. So there's one of the only places I can completely switch off if I leave my phone inside. It's really relaxing, like just almost going completely under the water, just like lying there. That's a good time to reflect and think about things. And it's good for recovery as well. Um, that's a massive one for me. Like, then as well, whenever I get to see Jess, at the minute we've been watching the Walking Dead as a series. We've almost finished the whole thing, and it's whenever I can just put that on and relax and sit lie with her, and like you don't even speak too much, like, because you're so engrossed in the series. Something like that, like, and
Yeah.
like maybe with like a couple of snacks and stuff. That's my piece. Like, I think really else, like, it used to be football, but I just not really as interested in watching the football anymore.
What
Uh,
kept you? You just had a very tough situation in Calgary. What kept you emotionally stable and strong?
Having Jess, like that's what it was. Yeah. What else?
Speaking up.
Speaking up, yeah, even having this year in the background of, I haven't even mentioned that this year's a good support network. Just I was off taking that almost as a given there, but yeah, like knowing that you can, if you have a problem, you have someone that can help you. So a lot of that comes from this year. This is where I get most of my guidance and help. Emotionally consistent.
Okay.
Sometimes as well, if I'm starting to feel like I'm slipping, I used to just watch an Andre Tate podcast, but he's got very politicized, at least, so it's more giving off about the world than actually motivating people now. But it used to they give you a real kick up the hole like a year ago before he got arrested, really. But what else? Like, yeah, yeah. There's a lot of content like that on YouTube though. If you can find the right stuff.
So your golden life, right? I've done all three of these versions, right? I send myself a voice note and I play it back to myself. I have a visual sort of aspect and a statement. So a statement of things that I write down. This time next year, I will have, and then I just go into personally, physically, professionally, in my life. We've also done this at the event on the start of the year. So which one will work best for you? You need to have who you are, what you're doing, why it's important, how you want to feel, what things that you want to have. Which version will you choose? Some were voice notes, some were visual, some were statement. What is it for you?
I think I'll be somewhere between the voice note and the visual. I thought about this after I listened to that Team Huddle 2 weeks ago. I think I could do with getting a whiteboard, putting it up in the room I'm in now. This will be where I'll be working on stuff. If I was at home, big whiteboard, stuff right on it.
You can even
Would
do
be
it on your computer screen, like your screensaver on your computer, because you see it every day.
could do that, yeah, phone screen and computer screen. I could do that too. Yeah, the visual, but also the voice note. The voice note could be something you listen to on the way home in the car at like 9:30 or in the evening when you're tired or like first thing in the morning or something too. I could definitely benefit from the voice note as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome. So let's get
yeah,
on that. So I put an action point off the back of this call on that.
yeah.
So this being said, right, we've discussed a few areas. What's the first deadline? What's the first thing that needs to change? What's the first thing that you need to box off? By what time?
Nail down the routine, and I'm hoping that I can start work on Monday. Speaking to a few of the jobs, but first deadline would be maybe Friday. I haven't done all the basics all week.
Yeah.
Sat in like second or third gear all week and just got everything done. Nothing too fancy. Just up in the morning, do what I do in the morning. Get my food prepped. What else is there? Have nailed all 5 workouts. Um, yeah, nothing too over the top. Yeah.
What's your first habits or change?
Um, it'll be getting up at the same time every morning.
Morning sessions, getting up same time?
Morning sessions, yeah, that's definitely one. That 100%. I think that's the way for me to do it. But it would take me 2 or 3 weeks to get used to it. But I think if I could get used to that my numbers would be shooting up like twice as quick. You know
What's your first decision that you need to make?
what job to go for, which job I'm gonna go for. Yeah, but
You
oh
kind of
no,
already making that decision. Would you say that your first decision is committing that I'm going to be 80 kilos with abs in the next year?
yeah, yeah. That's something I picture in my head right now. Like every time I think about it feels within reach and real. It feels real.
Because we're
80 kilos.
77 at the minute, when we're higher body fat, but it's like we've added on a stone of muscle.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
lean.
yeah.
Okay. And you there, Dom? The last thing for the training here is what's your accountability? Okay. So what I want you to do is I want for you to go and do your voice note, your visual statement, your visual, your statement, and then I want for you to answer these questions and share with me or with Aaron in your coaching channel your answers from your golden life.